Oh, hi, you cheeky monkeys. Here we are, ABW live for the astounding, the unprecedented, the unorganized, the unplanned, the uneducated, the octopus-bound awards for this season. This isn't really much of a special show. It's only going to be about half, or I say half hour, depending on whether these two start going on about their love of the Liverpool game last night. But this is just so that on the website, on the ABW Awards section, I can have a video embedded at the top of the page that will show the awards and then a list of all the awards below. So then people can just go back and never look at it again. So apparently this is the thing we do. We say hello to who is in the box. We have Hypno Chode, no nickname required. Who else? There's not many people, and I don't expect anybody to turn up. There's Archie. There is also... I know Stefan's there. Oh, there you go. Stefan's there. I think that's it. The football mole.
Alonso's there. Archie's there.
Oh, wasn't all
the football mole.
MS Sheik. MS Hefik or M Sheik 1 Shafiq. Oh, fuck me. I don't know. I've already ruined it.
There you go.
Alonso. And Jins. And N Clunk. And any relation to Philomena Clunk? She's brilliant. Frinto Dino and Andre Radulescu. I don't know how I can say that. How can I say Florian Radatoy and Georgie Haji, but I can't say other names? They'll never, ever know. Craig Murphy. There wasn't meant to be... Oh, it was just the award show, Craig. It's nothing special. There's 24 people there. She's his mum. Philomena Clunk. Oh, one of... what's his name? The bloke who writes that show.
Charlie Brooker.
Charlie Brooker.
Is it Gooner?
I think I'm Jason Davis. No, I don't. Right, with me this sunny afternoon. It's just gone 3 o'clock on Sunday, the 27th of May, the year 1998. I know that would have been the year Sean was born. Bless her. Yeah, so we have John and Steve. You two all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Sweltering.
Yeah, very good, mate. It's quite warm here, so going to go watch some soapbox racing after this. Should be interesting.
That's lovely. I'm going to go and shave my fat head and my fat beard.
Yeah, I didn't mind. Don't mind. Trim the beard down. It's a little bit tidier, but now I look like an abbot, apparently. So there we go.
I'm going to get some boot polish in mine, try and make me look 20 years younger. Yes.
Don't they do a just for men beards ruse? I think you should buy one, Dan. They sell them on Amazon. I've seen them on there.
Sean wants me to get one. I said no.
Keep greying, mate. The ladies love a bit of grey.
They do well.
Silver fox.
There's a lot of grey to love. Anyway, the offspring will be home in about an hour, so we need to get on with this because she'll just come in and start molesting me and hammering me with her hands, demanding presents. Presents. It's her birthday on Monday, Tuesday. Let me have a look. Tuesday. Days of the week mean absolutely nothing to me. Have any more people joined in the chat? Alfie Cox, Pablo Amar, J. Rob, Matthew Stern, and a couple of people have said in the replies after the show's gone out in the YouTube comments section, they don't like the bit where you say hello, but where Jason says hello. But if you're in the box there and we say hello to you, then I think that's a nice thing. We all agree on that, didn't we?
Yeah, I think it's for the people who listen back on iTunes and stuff like that, which I can understand because they want to get to the content of the show and not hear Jason being all excited.
Chris Lodato, FIFA Legend is there, and Gav is there. Have I? Right, so the first award we're going to go to...
Before we start, we've got 33 people watching and we've got 10 likes. So can you smash the like button, please, gentlemen?
Oh, don't say smash, Steve. We're not teenagers. Can you gently tickle it? Can you massage it?
That's even more perverted.
Well, that kind of suits us, though, doesn't it? Also, the pirate wanted me to mention. Oh, God, he never turns up for stuff. He just gives me demands. He says he's trying to raise £400 for the Barbican Pirates for grassroots football. So if you go to justgiving.com/crowdfunding/Barbican Pirates FC. We will be tweeting. Most of our accounts will be tweeting that. He's trying to raise £400 to get the Pirates going. They've got a whole load new players. And next season is going to be a season where they rise from the ashes or where they strap Chris to something and sink the ship because it's not been going very well. Bless him, they finished bottom of their league. Oh no. Isn't that awful? Bless him. And he worked so hard.
They're trying to break West Brom's goals conceded record in the Premier League for this season. So I think if any team can do it, the Pirates can definitely do it.
Oh dear, they should do. When they've got the wonderful MY25, hello. And when they've got the wonderful Callum, is it Callum playing up
Callum
front?
Knight up front. He's the only one who scores a goal, isn't he?
Absolute legend of a player. It's wonderful. Right, so the first award we're going to get to is, I was on the right page, then you started going on. I'm just going to do a quick refresh. This is going to be the Arsenal, the ABW Player of the Year. First place. Actually, should we go from third to first?
Yeah, you got to do third to first. Come on.
You got to go always go from back to front.
Fair enough. Well, we should go. We'll start at Jack Wilshere. Jack Wilshere got 5 votes. Callum Chambers got 5. Now, Ashley Maitland-Niles got 25. Mohamed El Neni 26. Mesut Ozil got 34. Granit Xhaka got 52. Alexandre Lacazette got 67 votes. But in third place, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang with 133 votes. Well done, Pierre. If you'd like to turn up to Chris's house, your award will be there waiting for you. Second place with 20% of the votes and 150 votes, Nacho Monreal. Well done. That wasn't my choice. And in first place, it's only Aaron Ramsey with 206 votes. That's 56 more votes than anybody else and 28% of the share. Mr. Aaron Ramsey. Oh, wonderful. I bet if Jason listens back to this, he'll be doing cartwheels. Who did you two vote for, John?
I voted for Ramsey, yeah.
You can vote for 3.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I did, didn't I? So I voted for Ramsey, Maitland-Niles, and who was the other one? Aubameyang. Yeah, they were my 3.
Steve, who did you vote for?
Lacazette, Aubameyang, and Ramsey.
Oh, I did Lacazette, Aubameyang, and El Neni, just because he's going to be a future Arsenal legend. So a little see in the chat box. Gimme? Cav is demanding his award. It's not Ainsley, Chris. It's Ashley. His mum just. Stan the Man. Stan the Man has had 1 appearance all season, and he's chasing Gav and FK for the winner of that award. MS Sheik said Ramsey. Archie said Ramsey. Last award, the lad's probably leaving. Oh dear. Archie said Monreal should have won. Okay, the next award we're going to go down to is. I wonder if I've had everyone's been 270 votes. I wonder if it's going to go up. Nope, still 270. Game of the season. We could only pick 1 each here. Third place was AC Milan 0, Arsenal 2 with 10% of the votes. Second place, Arsenal 5, Burnley 0 with 20% of the votes. But as expected, as is demanded, any win over the scum wins. So that's Arsenal 2, Spurs 0, 44% of the votes, 119 votes in total. Steve, who did you vote for? Is it obvious?
I voted for the Spurs game.
John?
Yeah, Spurs game.
Would you believe that Arsenal 2, Norwich 1 got 1 vote?
Arsenal 2, I don't even remember that game.
Eddie Nketiah come on and scored 2 goals.
Oh, yeah.
Eddie Nketiah come and voted for it. Has anyone said anything in here? No one gives a shit about game of the season, so that's fair enough.
They're struggling to remember one we won.
Goal of the season was 264 votes. Just do a quick refresh if it's gone up. No one's bloody voting. 264 votes, so that's pretty good. Because you only had 1 vote each. In third place is Oli Giroud v Red Star Belgrade. We beat them 1-0 with 9% of the votes. Second place, Mesut Ozil. Oh, he turned up for a game. Oh, that's nice. Arsenal 1, Newcastle 0. We got 10% of the votes. But by a country mile, somewhere in deepest, darkest Wales, it's only Aaron Ramsey in the 4-1 win against CSKA Moscow. 58% of the votes and 154 votes in total. Who did you vote for, John?
Ramsey. Ramsey's just won everything, mate. He was amazing. He was great. Look, Chris Lodato in the chat got to be Rambo's flick. That was a great goal. That was superb.
Who did you vote for, Steve?
Same.
If Jason Davis was here, he would never guess who do you reckon I voted for? It wasn't Ramsey.
Did El Neni score this season?
No, nearly as good as that. He only got 8 votes. It's only Jack Wilshere against Chelsea.
To be fair, that was a good goal.
It was a good goal, yeah.
That comes 6th.
But no, that Ramsey flick was just absurd. Yeah, just the way, just the movement and the ball in and the chipping it over the keeper is great.
It's absolutely stunning. Chris Lodato here, Ramsey flick.
J Rob liked the Jack goal against Chelsea as well. Yeah.
Oh, cheers, Rob. It's me and you and 6 others. The football mole, he says Ramsey. Is that the football mole who has all the inside goss on what's going down in the world of transfers? That'd be interesting.
Well, it doesn't now because all his sources have been sacked by Ivan.
El Neni got the least amount of votes for the goal against Bati Borisov with 1 vote. So I don't know who voted for that, but that was a waste of time.
Safe to say our Welshman is better than Real's, like Nick Main said. I don't know. His goal was pretty good last night, especially the team it was against as well. Just made it even sweeter.
Oh dear, don't you get Steve going. We'll talk about that at the end of all the awards. Right, best ex-pro celebrity guest winner. In 4th place was Omar Rizza. 3rd place was Shovel. 2nd place was Jay Bothroyd, who was having a magnificent season with his team Consadole Sapporo. And then they played, I think they were 2nd in the J League, and then they went and played Lucas Podolski's team, and Lucas Podolski's team beat them 4-0. Don't know how that happened because they're rubbish this season, but Jay's team are really good. But only winning is Rami Shaban has won it again with 127 votes, 53% of the votes. He's only won it 3 years back to back. He's done a Real Madrid, hasn't he?
That's Unai Emery quality. That's Zinedine Zidane quality. 3 years on the trot. It's the first year I didn't vote for Rami. Not because I don't love Rami. I think he's great, but I voted for Jay Bothroyd actually because I thought his was really interesting. Just from because it's totally different perspective, and his career went off in a obviously very different path to what he could have been, and just the players he grew up with. So yeah, I voted for Jay, but Rami is always good value whenever he's on. He's great fun.
Who did you vote for, Steve? I loved all of them. I mean, I thought Shovel was absolutely brilliant, but I wanted Rami to win it for 3 years in a row, so I voted for him.
I agree with John. I think Jay Bothroyd's insight into what was going on in that youth team was really quite interesting. But I voted for Rami because I think the discussion that we had with him about Peyton and keepers and when defences aren't set up right, it was very incisive and very insightful. Now no longer relevant because Peyton's been sacked.
So we're going to get around. Well, hopefully we're going to get all of those back.
Yeah, I mean, we're lucky with the guests we've had on because they were all brilliant. But yeah, Rami's always, especially as he was one of the first. If you think 3 years ago was the first time he came on, is it now? Yeah. In fact, he keeps coming back as well. And he does it out of his own time as well and everything else.
Yes. Nice, so. What are people writing? My 25. Ramsey's goal was mad from the stand. Stefan Selby has said Rami. Archie says Rami. Shefik says Rami. And Stan the Man says drop likes. Stan, don't tell people to drop likes. You can tickle the like button. That's all you're allowed to do. Not allowed to drop. You've
got to do it like a proper YouTuber, Dan. No, crush that thumbs up button.
Oh no, don't. Oh, I think I started to make a noise like a sheep. Then who's winning the Grand Prix? Ricciardo, good. Don't say Riccardo. That's my Italian heritage. I say it properly. Right, now the next one is just going to do it. See if anyone's voted. It was 247 votes. Still 247. The best journalist guest. In 3rd place was Jeremy Smith, who Chris brought on when we had just signed Lacazette. 2nd place.
That was when we were going to sign Lamar, wasn't it? And who's the other geezer? Malcolm, yeah. Where's Malcolm, Chris?
2nd place was the wonderful George Bird, who will be back sometime during that. We're going to have a bit of a gap now until the World Cup ones. Then after that, well, I'll tell you at the end of this show the kind of things we've got lined up. But yeah, George Bird, he'll be back to do that one. He comes 2nd. But Rafi Honigstein with 167 votes and 60% has won it yet again. So I think that may have been the 2nd or 3rd year in a row he won it. Because I know Amy Lawrence, whenever she's on, she always wins it. I personally voted for Rafi. Steve, who did you vote for?
I can't actually remember, to be honest. I think it might have been Honigstein.
John?
Yeah, I voted for Rafi as well. Because I was on with him. Yeah, it was, and I was proper fanboying over him before we started recording and trying to keep it together whilst we were asking questions and stuff. All I need now is we need AC Jimbo, James Horncastle, and Julian Laron, and I've got the set.
Oh wow! Imagine getting Jimbo on. I still don't even know what team he supports. It's a secret, isn't it? I always thought it was Chelsea, but Amy Lawrence says it isn't.
We will actually. We should get hold of Rafi and see if we can get him on to talk about the Mertesacker book.
Yes, yeah, and that's coming out soon.
He's got a.
Is it coming
it's
out?
only
Or is
in
it
German
already
at
out?
the moment, but he did say it might be coming out in English.
So, I think I
I
saw it on my my Audible.
Yeah,
that don't sponsor this show, but they are brilliant. So maybe go and get Audible. I went and got the Neil Warnock book, and that's now on my Audible.
Colin Wanker, My Life and Times.
No. Archie says hashtag block John Cross. Now I'm not going to be mean to John Cross because he's always given us plenty of time, and a man he's got to do stuff to food on the table for his family. So I think people are a little bit harsh with him, but I understand why people do it. No nickname required says the Rafi podcast was awesome. Yep, I wasn't even on it, and it was awesome. That's good. Archie says Raphael top guy, and Chris Lodato. Jimbo definitely doesn't support Arsenal, that's for sure. I mean, we all know he supports AC Milan, but he has to have an English team, doesn't he? But again, didn't when he started Galazzo, didn't he?
He wasn't. No, when he went out to Italy, he didn't really watch that much football.
Yeah,
he basically went out there to do some interviews, and because he worked for the BBC, that's how he got the job. And then Channel 4, I think, approached him and said, "Oh, you've got access and done a couple of interviews. Do you want to present this show for us?" And that's how he got into Italian football and started following it. It's a bit of a weird way into it, but you know.
I was watching some of the old ones on YouTube. He looks so young.
It's called the Old Boy Network.
Yeah.
Right.
Get on with it.
Yeah. Next one is going to be. Well, this one is a very, very important. Probably the most important one. 300. Oh, there's had one more vote. Right, for the 2017-18 ABW Award for Best Guest, you're allowed to pick 3. We shall go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In 10th place is Stefan Selby with 17 votes. In 9th place with 30 votes was Max Holland von den Freuden, son of Jeff Hulen von den Freuden, who we all know stole the show when he came on. And Max is a pundit of the future. And in 8th place was Alan Algar with 33 votes. I've lost count. In 7th place is in the chat box now, Stan the Man with 51 votes. He's equal with Tim Payton. Actually, they're both both had 8%. So well done, Stan. That's not bad. Because Stan did have the chance to come on a couple of times. There's a few people, and every time I asked them, I went, "Oh no, I'm busy." So they will hopefully come on next season if Jace allows. And then in 5th place is the wonderful Lee Judges with 9%. In 4th place is Andy from Gooners in the USA with 10%. 3rd place is only FK Hanage, isn't it? The bloke from Japan. He with 11%. And then runner-up, I don't know how he's managed to fiddle this. He's fiddled it for 2 years in a row. Runner-up, it's only Mike from Gooners in the USA. Now, I was lucky enough to win Best Guest on their one. And there was a lot of Twitter whoring going on for me to get 2nd place. And I think he may well have done it himself, or he's just buggering off to a place and keeps resetting his phone to get a different ISP. So anyway, he's only come 2nd place. And there's a certain... Hold on, let's have a look in the chat box and see if he's jumping up and down. No,
he's disappeared.
He's disappeared.
We can't give it to him if he's not here to.
Wouldn't be right, would it? I'll go on then. In 1st place for I think the 2nd or 3rd year in a row is Gav from Shewar, old Strutter, old Cheeky Chops, old purveyor of wonderful non-branded merchandise, and the owner of thearsenalshirts.com, which should be sponsoring this, but they're not. Shitbags. Well, he probably would if we asked him. So yeah, Gav has won it with 16%. Only 2% more than Mike. So it's very... Maybe next year, Mike, work a little bit harder at trying to fiddle it, and you might actually win it. So well done to Gav. Anybody writing anything interesting in the box? Stefan's put 10th place.
Oh, Fly KJ has said, can Steve do one of his rants again? That should win an award on its own. He's happy now. Steve's excited about the new season. He's fine.
Yeah, I'm happy. All my targets have been fucked out. So
you've got nothing to moan about.
Actually, one thing that is getting on my tits is Arsene Wenger disciples whining on about, oh, imagine if Arsene Wenger was going to sign a 34-year-old bloke from Juventus, conveniently forgetting that he signed someone with a broken back who was 37 and a 42-year-old keeper. But we'll leave that for another day.
We'll save that. Jordan Curley has joined us. Our very own Josh has joined us, and the football mole said hello.
Who did you vote for on the guest, Danny?
I voted for Devon. I thought, I mean, they're all fantastic, but I voted for Devon because I really like the way Devon comes across. I voted for Little Max and Lee Judges.
Yeah, I think I voted Gav, Max, and who was the other one?
If you go to the site where you do the voting, it highlights the ones that you voted for.
Oh, it was Stefan. Yeah, my other vote was Stefan.
Yeah, but I don't think FK or Gav needed any votes because they're always going to be there. Mike and Andy, well, they know I love them, so I didn't need to vote for those. Yeah, so there's really,
as always, thank you to all the guests who came on.
So many. Yeah. There's loads there. Steve, who did you vote for? We don't have to say because they probably
Gav, and I can't remember who the rest were, to be honest.
Oh, fair enough. Yes, so we can move on to the next one.
Come on then, get it over with.
I hate this. Okay, right, now we're going to move on to the least important award out of all of them. The ABW member that you love the most. You're allowed to pick 3. So everybody got lots of votes. Everyone got the least amount of votes was 16, which is good. So it means everyone's getting some votes. And then where did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th? In 7th place, it was Lord Hillwood with 38 votes. Well done, Steve. That's resounding.
Very, very diplomatic, that.
And in 6th place,
sorry, I wasn't paying attention because I was trying to get the site up to see who I voted for. That's the.
Go on.
And then you caught me unawares because I haven't got the screen where you're speaking. But yes, thank you for all those people who voted for my idiocy.
A few more rants, but again, with a new manager, you're going to get no rants. There'll be nothing to rant about.
No.
Oh, we've bloody won again. That goalkeeper is 12 clean sheets in a row. Fucking hell. Right, and then in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In 6th place, with 1 more point than you, it's only John Welsh.
Oh.
Does anybody like to thank John?
I don't know their names. I can't remember the names. Otherwise, to thank them. All those ladies, thank you very much for the vote.
38 of those 39 were barmaids from the Essex area. The barmaids paid for it.
I didn't leave my phone number. I just gave the website address.
Now, this is how you can tell that no one really gave a damn about the awards because Jeff didn't retweet it. If Jeff had have asked these people, his 147,000 followers, if only 1% of those would have voted, he'd have won this by, even if 0.1%, he'd have won it by a country mile. So then Jeff came 5th with 40 votes. Mr. Hoonaholic came 4th with 58 votes. Hurrah. And then in 3rd place, he tried his best to fix it, but the Wi-Fi in Piratesville is awful. With Chris with 60 votes.
Oh, we've got to take away at least half them votes. He's never on.
For not fucking turning up.
That's disgraceful.
And only 1 more vote in it. 2nd place, Jason Davis. Take a bow, Jason. Yes, and then in 1st place it was me. So that's 2 years now I've won it. Oh well, never mind. What the people in the chat box saying? Bravo, Steve from Fly KJ. John should be top 3. It's rigged, says Archie. No nickname required. Steve is going to rant about the fact that he has nothing to rant about. Hypno Chode. I didn't pity the vote. I did pity vote for the beard. Oh, there you go, John. That's the Hypno Chode voted for you. Jordan Curley. If Unai win the league, would you all say it was Wenger's fault for the last few failed campaigns?
Yes.
Moosh Manya says, shout out to Moosh. I'm a regular. Love you, fella. Moosh, what a name. That reminds me of Donald Trump's The Mooch that lasted for a week. Josh, how did Shitbeard get so high? Stefan Selvich says, well done to me. Thanks. The Football Mole, who has the squeaky voice person? Welsh, I think. I think that would be Jason.
I see we have a resurrection of the hashtag fuck Ellis there. Splendid business, Matthew Stern. Ellis, if you're listening, you've been told.
And Josh has brought one back as hashtag Carpenter out. That's one of the original ABW hashtags. That's brilliant. Oh, Mike. Morning, oh fellow bearded one. Yeah, Mike has got a hell of a beard on him. If the Gooners in the USA, go and follow those and go and have a look at their last awards, apart from the fact that that what Andy was only on half of it because he couldn't afford an Ethernet cable, which is £4. And I actually won Guest of the Year, didn't I, Mike? And I didn't rig it at all, did I? I wasn't begging for votes at all. Oh yeah, see, Matthew Stern has put fuck Ellis. Ah, Moosh, the mighty Boosh. Slash like an horse. Do you watch Mighty Boosh, John?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You love pancake face.
I detest Noel Fielding with the highest fucking authority. I really hate him. He must have someone's sex tape at the BBC. Absolute talentless cunt.
He had the crack fox go around their house. That's what he did. Unique is there. Unique 79. Ellis out. Yeah, fuck Ellis. Jordan Curley. If those all... Oh, no, that's questions for the normal thing. And Bale, please. Oh, it's right. The next few that we've got, we have got the ABW Fantasy Premier League. That was only open to absolutely anybody. So first place was George Barry, Bazza, with his team's called Bazza. And second place was Mark Hanganai with the Hags, and third place was Stefan Pavlovsky with Arsenal FCS. But unfortunately, I looked through the whole of the top 50 in the ABW league. Not one of you fuckers in the top 50 had the sense to remove your Spurs players. Every single one of the top 50 used Spurs players. Most of them had Harry Kane. So all of you, null and void. That's been deleted for this season. So then we have the ABW Members Fantasy Football League. Now, I only just found out that the bloke I was battling for first place all season was John Welsh. How many times did you change your team, John?
I don't know, 3 times.
I was doing it twice a week, every week, thinking, fuck hell, John's catching me. Am I?
Basically, if I changed it, it was only because Kelly Mayer sent me a message to remind me to change it, because she was always sending me a message going, how'd you keep getting more points than me? And I'm going, I don't know, I just forgot to change my team. It was just luck.
Anyway, so I come first with the GFP's Angels. And then, 16 points behind me was Simon Collins with Shamak, my bitch up. And in third place was John Welsh with Cunning Stunts. Jesus, that nearly come out wrong. With 1,981 points. But John was leading that quite a way until I used my double points things. And I made a couple of sneaky moves to get it done. So
I don't think I used the bench boost or the double points thing at all. I completely forgot about.
I think they got reset partway through the season, so you could go and use them again. Just going to have a quick look.
That bench boost thing sounds like one of your amateur gynecologist moves, John, if you don't mind.
In fourth place was Sudsiest of Bubbles by Jeff Hullen, Freuden. And then in fifth place was 2 Goals, 1 Cup by Fuck Ellis. Sixth place was Goonaholic with Diabolic. And Chris Carpenter come 7th. Josh come 8th. Carl Walker 9th. The podcast one come 10th, which I only did once at the beginning of the season and didn't change it. And then Colonial Cannon, Jason Shredder come 11th. And Chris, the Pirates team, they come 12th. So they finished bottom of the predictions league and bottom of a real league in real life. Then the final one is the ABW's predictions league. This has been an absolute disaster. I've not done it because there's 16 of us. 3 or 4 of you I banned because you couldn't be fucking. Dom's one of the ones I banned because he kept doing 26-0 and stupid things like that, and so he couldn't be bothered. So I kicked a load of people out of it. Then there was only about 10 of us left in it. Only half of those 10 ever bothered sending predictions. So the only people that did it all week, the whole time was Ellis, Josh, and me. And
hello,
and maybe Steve now that he's popped up and said it. So plus also,
I was in the lead at one point as well. So another Danny defrauding has done me out of a potential trophy.
It's very interesting, isn't it? He's won the fantasy league. He's won the viewers vote, listener vote.
All of a sudden, the prediction league, which I was leading, fucking heads and away because I had 3 perfect scores, and all of a sudden he's giving everybody the Spanish Archer, and no one's fucking winning it.
Well, also because I bought Sexy Frank's phone off of him in Christmas. And then I forgot to transfer over all my WhatsApps. Everything else.
You mean you don't back your WhatsApp up to the cloud?
No, of course I don't. The cloud's under the sea. I don't trust it. So if people want to give me them all, I'll go and do it over the summer. So if
I can't be bothered. But I'm not going. I think we just cancel it because I'm not wasting my time running to phones before kickoff and sending predictions only to be thwarted at the end of the season every year.
Well, the last calculation I did, I was top of the league, so I'm just going to leave it like that.
It's a fucking surprise.
No, I'm not. No. So
you are the Aaron Banks of the fucking awards, aren't you? We're Cambridge Analytica have been in here, haven't they?
Yes. So,
are you sure you've not been to visit Julian Assange with a memory key as well while you're at it?
Well, yeah, there might be a point in that. Josh did actually WhatsApp screen grab me all of his predictions, but next season we won't be doing the predictions league because, quite frankly, it's not fucking worth it because most people can't be bothered with it. So while we're just talking about a couple of things throughout the show, if anybody in the chat box wants to put your own award and your own winner for your name an award and then name your own winner for it, and if they're not too litigious, we might actually read them out. LPD and lots of Depad says, who was the worst Arsenal player last season, Steve?
To be honest, I don't think we should say who's the worst Arsenal player last season, because I think that a decade of lack of coaching people in positional awareness and defending and goalkeepers being ruined is basically down to Wenger, and I think he should be the worst person for last season.
Certainly, because all of it was rubbish. He didn't play one game.
We thought the season was over and all Steve's Bile and Diggs had gone, but no, he's managed to get one in. Wenger, he's kicked the man while he's down. Superb. John, have you got any?
What do you mean while he's down? The cunt's escaped with 150 million quid of the country's money. Probably on a fucking beach somewhere where we can't even afford to even think about farting in the direction of.
Wouldn't be allowed, be shot.
A worst beard award. Apparently, Football Mole says it's got to go to you, Danny. I've escaped because I trimmed mine for today. I've escaped the worst beard award.
Why is mine the worst beard? How dare you?
I mean, to be fair, we should actually give it to Dom because he can't even grow one.
He's asked me to send him my cuttings so he can try and grow his own beard. So my personal worst player of the season would have to be Iwobi. I know Steve's picked Wenger, but Iwobi, because he's got so much promise and failed to deliver on so many occasions. And he's had the amount of time the bloke's had, the amount of games that he's come on in is absolutely ridiculous. I think he was like our 6th most appearances all season.
He'll be spending a lot of time looking at memory keys, from what I understand, next season.
Our worst player of the season, it's got to be like Sanchez or Walcott or someone like that. You forget that they play for us this season.
Well, Iwobi actually finished our 4th highest number of games with 39, with 3 goals and 7 assists. But
actually, John's got a point there, because Walcott in most of his games was hiding in midfield or doing the run up and pass back to Bellerin and then hide in midfield. I reckon he'd be a strong candidate for the most shit stats of the season.
4 goals, 5 assists, I think he got.
Stefan put a good point in the chat. Jason Davies should get an honorary award for all the work he's put in this season. I know a couple of guys on the radio show have said it already, but yeah, Jace basically has kept that going. And if it wasn't for him, then there definitely would have been games this year that we would have missed and wouldn't have had shows done for. So definitely. Go and give him some love, because he always gets stressed out and always complains about it before he starts. And then afterwards, he's all fine because he's had his cathartic experience.
Come on.
Unless he's been out the night before, and then in case he's fucking dying on air.
Oh, here you go. Here's a good one from Unique79, who's just had a shower. He says, explicit language award should go to Jason.
Yep.
Definitely. Oh, there you go. So Football Mail says, I've never heard of Gooners in the USA. Is it a YouTube show as well? Yeah, it is. I shall read out a few of the other things, John. I'm going to go and get the Gooners in the USA.
We have got a couple of other things we are going to announce today, because, this is kind of just a quick thrown together thing. We're not supposed to be on for that long. We are going to do the World Cup sweepstake thing that we talked about in the previous couple of shows. So just random. I'll do it out of some little glasses, old school bits of paper and whatever. And we'll see which ABW member gets which team. And we're going to draw 2 teams for the listeners as well. So the listeners, you'll get a team. And we're going to set up a fantasy league for the World Cup as well. I don't know what website we use yet, but we'll tweet something out and we'll do that. The World Cup draw, we're going to do it on this show. So do you want me to do it now, Danny? Or
yeah, do it now.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to pull out the person or the team first? Which one?
A team first.
Team first. Okay.
Then we can all go, oh, I hope it's not me.
And then whilst we're doing this, those in the chat box can pick their funniest moment of yesterday. And you've got quite a few, from John Terry crying, Fulham going up, goalkeeping errors of the many, Tommy Robinson's removal to prison, etc., etc.
Okay. And have you got a thing open to write this down?
I can go back and watch it later.
Okay. Right. So we have, you're not going to be able to see this, but that says Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
Right, so who's going to get Nigeria? So everyone on the podcast is getting 2 teams except for Raj and Jeff. They were randomly taken out, and the listeners will get 2 teams as well. If we had 15 members, it would have been perfect numbers. But...
Never know.
We could have just sacked Ellis. That would have sorted it out.
I mean, yeah, we could have just sacked Ellis off, to be honest. I mean, we could have just not had Jace in because, Wales aren't in it.
Aren't they?
Oh, it's Mr. Fife. Okay, Mr. Fife has got Nigeria.
Good. He'll be able to abuse Iwobi even more than usual now.
Yeah, well, this is a sweep. I'm not sure there's actually any awards for this.
Really cool kit. Really cool kit, though. By the way.
Nigeria. Yeah, their kit is amazing. Who's next? God, this is worse than the Champions League. Whoa, this one Chris will want. Sweden. We have Sweden.
I want that. Now I'm Swedish.
Do you get a free moose with that?
Do they have moose in Sweden? Moose? Is that the is moose the singular and plural the same word?
Yeah, there's a moose loose about this hoose.
Oh, this is upset. Sonny Ellis. Ellis has got.
I'm going to put the camera so it's permanently on you, John. So do that.
That was Ellis. Yeah.
Ellis is the Swiss chef, the Swedish chef.
Oh, Mr. Shredder's in the chat. Hello. Steve's got to get Poland. I'm not saying like none of this is fixed. Because we were gonna, there was the temptation to fix.
Can I Shredder to put a fucking shirt on? No vests in the chat box, please.
Japan
and red arms.
Nigeria sold 3 million of those kits. I'm not surprised. All right, who you get in Japan? We've got to make sure Danny gets a team with like the names he can't pronounce. Our other ginger, our English one, is Josh. Josh, you got Japan as your first team. Oh dear!
Are you unscrewing balls and all? How much do you bother have you got to get this done?
Yeah, I know it's ridiculous. We could have just used the website. Oh, here we go. It's a proper team now.
Yeah.
Bit of excitement. Argentina.
Oh, hello.
Ooh. Who's going to get a proper team for no prize? If the listeners win, will we give them something, Danny?
Yeah, they can come. They can come around my house and cook me dinner, wash them up, and take the cats for a walk.
Oh dear! The listeners have got Argentina. We might have to give them something.
Oh no!
Right, listeners, that's your first.
That's all right.
team.
They've got Messi. What more do they want? Petted up little dwarf.
Right, if the listeners get Spain as well, we've got no chance.
Yeah.
Oh dear, that's terrible. So, what was your favourite moment of last night in the old Champions League?
I like the idea that somebody actually really seriously thought that Henderson, Milner, and Wijnaldum were actually going to have any chance of standing up against Kroos, Modric, and Casemiro. It's sort of like the idea of having a car race. You've got like a Ferrari on the touchline and one of those sort of 1970s chopper bikes with stabilizers on. That was very amusing. Ooh.
We have Switzerland,
Granit Xhaka,
Granit Xhaka, and looks like soon to be joining Stefan Lichtsteiner as well.
Soon to be known as Stefan Shithauser.
Jordan Curley says, guys, what do you think of the Ox in your opinion? Do you think he has had a good season? Yeah, I think he's done all right.
Yeah,
well, apart from the being on crutches.
Yeah, but good luck to him.
You got Switzerland.
Mm-hmm.
That's very good for Mr. Hollick. The diplomatic, stay out of wars country. It's very Dave. That is.
Yeah.
And
does he like cuckoo clocks and chocolate though? That's the question.
He's got a load of gold buried in his back garden.
Shh! Don't tell anybody.
No.
I'm supposed to talk about that.
No.
Here we go. Another proper team. Brazil. So I'm trying to do the bad voices from Street Fighter 2. Anyone's old enough to remember that.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that 7-0's not going to revisit them some point.
Danny, you got Brazil.
Yeah, so it seems I just get everything today.
I'm going to get Iran, I know it.
I've got Brazil.
I'm going to get Iran and Panama or something like that. Oh, God.
They'll probably beat England, so I won't worry about it.
Oh, here we go.
What's
El
this one?
Land.
Egypt.
Here we go.
Oh.
Here's a good one. And apparently Mo Salah should be fit and back for it. Good boost for them. Oh, for
Carpenter. This World Cup.
Chris.
Chris has got it.
Imagine the ignominy if they play Spain and Ramos does him again. Not that he did him last night. Obviously, they both fell over accidentally, but
of course not.
He didn't choke slam him into the floor onto his shoulder.
Perpetual underachievers, Croatia.
War Criminals first 11.
Bok to any Croatian listeners?
We've got our young lady graphic designer who's a fervent Arsenal lunatic. She's a Croatian lady.
Arsenal Floker.
Mr. Holland.
Yeah. Herman Hrvoje. He's a Croatian. A Guna. OG. What's Koji got? Canada?
He got Croatia.
Oh, they play in red and white, just like Canada. So
shows how ignorant I am. I didn't even know Peru were in it. Shows how much attention I pay to world football.
Well, one of their best players has just been banned for being caught Charlied up.
Is that Claudio Pizarro?
I don't know, but he's repealed like fuck, and he's not allowed to play.
Ah, there you go, Mr. Shredder. You got Peru. At least it's it's a country near you. Oh dear. Yeah, we should have got. See, look, should have been professional and got those balls that they have in Champions League. Aha! Right, there we go.
We don't want to see you get your balls out.
Saudi Arabia. This is exciting.
No pork sausages required.
Right, Danny, can you name any players who play for Saudi Arabia?
Al Hilal Mushari.
Oh dear. Ellis.
Ellis is, I'll tell you what, I had a player on FIFA, FIFA 18 FUT. I was playing the other night. He was a Saudi Arabian player, and he was the spit of Ellis. And I sold him. Is a bronze player. I swear it was Ellis. He's moonlighting from the NHS.
Other top contenders, Spain. We can see,
AKA Pedded Up FC. Blood bag's gone missing.
Who's getting this one? Oh fuck, bollocks. Dom.
It's got Spain. Fixed it. You've got warm bits of paper.
Warm bits of paper, yeah.
I'm going to get
some in the fridge.
I'm going to get somebody really crap.
I was going to say, me and Steve haven't had a team yet. We're running out of options, mate.
Oh, Jordan Curley says he's going to subscribe to our channel. Cheers, Jordan.
Thank you, Jordan. If you hit the little bell icon, mate, then you'll be notified whenever we go live.
What team do you support, Jordan? Is it Arsenal, or you just?
This is the one nobody wants. England.
England.
Oh dear. I was going to write it England as well, but
Chris Lodato has put #fuck Saudi Ellis. There we go, Chris, getting into the World Cup spirit.
Oh yeah, Germany are still in it. Right, who's getting England? Please no, please no, please.
Please, Chris, come on.
Oh,
is it Jason? The Colonial gets his home rule.
Oh dear. So Shredder got Peru and England. Oh, sorry,
magnificent. Shred. Come on, Harry Kane.
Oh my God.
Boston Tea Party all over again.
Oh, here we go. Poland. Steve's disappointment already.
Oh, Jordan Curley's a Man United fan. That's probably why he's enjoying us taking a piss out of Liverpool.
Oh, fair play, Jordan. No, we will welcome fans of any teams here.
Any team you want.
Oh, right. Come on in. Oh, for fuck's sake.
What?
It's me. I got Poland.
Splendid business. Polish Andy Cole. Actually, for once, they've got quite a few good players, but they ain't getting out their group, so you never get it.
You've got Wojciech Szczesny and...
That's true. They've got
Lewandowski, they've got Glick, they've got quite a few good players.
All right.
How close?
Apologies to anyone in Panama, because I only know you as the canal, but there we go.
Did I get Szczesny's name right? Wojciech Szczesny?
No, you didn't.
Back.
Szczesny.
Oh, yeah, France and Germany are still in this. Wow.
Oh.
All right.
Shredder and Paddington Bear have a lot in common.
OG got Panama.
Oh.
Okay.
Not far. And they play in red and white. No, they don't. It's Peru playing red and white.
Yeah.
Archie's put #Polski John.
Well done. Poland have got quite an easy group by the look of it. I don't know.
Oh, he's an outside dark horse. Colombia.
Oh,
bad shout.
No, but it is because they've got Dave the Beer Man in goal.
Oh, that's true. Haven't they got Mondragon? Is he still playing? He's about 50 now, isn't he?
And they've got Carlos Valderrama's coming back.
Yeah, so Colombia are in the same group as Poland, John, with Japan and Senegal.
I don't fancy that group at all, actually. That's not easy. It's Mr. Collins. He's got Colombia.
Get on the Charlie.
He seems to sort.
What do you think of Lacazette not making the French squad?
He may still make it if someone gets injured.
There's still a chance, but Deschamps just doesn't like him.
Right, call out the next team, and I'll Costa Rica. I'll call
Costa
their
Rica?
group. Let's see who's in their group.
And you got Costa Rica. The listeners have still got another team, haven't they, to come out? Yeah.
All tough group. Brazil, Costa Rica, Serbia, and Switzerland.
It's Davies.
Who's he got?
He's got Costa Rica. That's his first team.
And doesn't our player Joel Campbell play for them?
Yeah.
Yes, he does. He's out of contract though, isn't he, this summer? I believe.
Probably. Yeah, he won't be coming back. So.
Elpad Dpad has said, "What do we think of Lacazette not making the French squad? Fucking travesty."
But the more Arsenal players that aren't at the World Cup getting injured, the better.
Yeah, they get. You think about it. The more that aren't going, they get more time with Emre and learning his tactics.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of the French squad, here we go. France, definitely another contender to actually win it.
Don't let fucking Carpenter get it.
Oh, imagine it.
I mean, we might draw it if he gets it.
This mob are in a group with Australia, Denmark, and Peru.
Yeah, they're through. Right, here we go. Who's getting France? Oh!
Allez les Bleus.
This will wind up, Chris. It's only Mr. Davies again.
Oh, let's be having you, isn't it?
He'll like that.
It's not far from Wales, is it? That's the other side.
Jason, have we fixed his TV set shouting abuse at Pogba and learning Pogba abusive songs now?
Senegal.
Wonder what group they're in. Oh, they're in the group with Poland, aren't they?
Dan Sumpton, Wenger out.
Colombia,
Colin.
Japan, and Poland. They're in a group with.
Oh, Loki 73 is here from PE 14, just north of me.
I don't think I've pulled you out yet, Steve. Have I? No.
Who are?
Okay. Here we go. Another group of underachievers, but very good squad. Belgium.
With fraud Lukaku up front.
Mike's having an argument with the football mole.
Oh dear. As long as it's all friendly, we don't mind.
Right, Belgium are in England's group with Panama and Tunisia and England.
Oh, okay. So
I wouldn't mind Belgium.
It's Jeff Arsenal. He's only got one team and he gets Belgium. Not bad.
Well,
I've not fixed that, I promise.
Apart from the fact they've got fraud Lukaku, but never mind.
Oh dear.
Jeff.
Monaco Grand Prix finished.
Morocco.
Yeah, they won.
Morocco, did you say, John?
Yeah, Morocco.
Dark Horses, quite a good team.
And Carl.
They're in a group with Iran, Portugal, and Spain.
Oh, that's tough. Unlucky, Carl.
So Spain and the nastiness of Ronaldo with Morocco. Mind you, Portugal are crap internationally. They've only got Ronaldo, really. That Morocco could well be a surprise package there.
Yeah, the thing with Portugal is they're very good defensively. Here we go. Award for probably the most boring team to watch at the World Cup. Russia.
Oh, please don't let that be me. But they will be getting through to at least the semi-finals because, first of all, there's VAR, wherein the person doing VAR will have a gun held against his head. Secondly, any refs who give any dodgy decisions against them may well end up being removed for a holiday in Siberia.
I'm sorry, listeners. Look, I gave you one good team. You got Argentina and Russia. That's not bad.
Right, they're in a group with Saudi Arabia and Egypt and Uruguay. So that's going to be quite tough because Egypt will be quite hard for them to beat. Uruguay are a good team. Russia aren't that clever.
Got another award from my mate Dean, who lives in my village. The Everton fan who I took to the Champions League final with me. He says, always the victim award, Liverpool FC.
And speaking of Uruguay, here they go.
Oh, fucking the team of Mr. Suarez, the big tooth Ganacha.
Look, you got Argentina, listeners. You can't complain.
Elpad D-pad is not happy.
They're in there with Russia and Saudi Arabia.
Messi to save you. Yeah. Dom. He's got Uruguay.
Good,
I really wanted that. I really wanted Chris to get Uruguay then.
Oh,
that would have been perfect. Yeah, that's a cheer Cavani.
Josh is laying down the law. No spamming. He's deleted his messages and timed him out for 300 seconds. Josh is in the bad mood.
Almost done. Here we go. Today. Portugal, one-man team. Yeah. Even though he wasn't playing in the final. This has got to be Steve now, surely. I'm from Ireland. Do you think Ireland are a good team? Republic of Ireland?
No.
They used to be, but it just...
Ireland were unlucky.
They've been last couple of qualifying, haven't they?
Portugal are in the group with Spain, Morocco and Iran.
Chris, Mr. Carpenter, got Portugal.
Mm-hmm. So what's he got? Portugal and...
He got Portugal and Egypt. So he's going to be upset because he didn't get France, basically.
Are we allowed to do any trading? Is there any money involved? Can we set up some kind of...
Is that it finished? Because I don't appear to have a team.
No, not done yet. There's 32 teams. Mexico, who've got... Have they still got the Power Rangers kit? They had a Power Rangers one, didn't they, for a while? They're
not bad, are they, Mexico? At least now they haven't got any ex-Arsenal strikers running off with...
there you go.
Transvestite prostitutes.
Mr. Hillwood, you got Mexico as your first team?
And they're in a whole splendid effort because they're in a group with Germany, North Korea, Mexico, and Sweden. That might be very, very hard.
Oh, we've got new people in the chat. We've got Alan Cracker. Hello, Alan. And we've only got Mr. Hollenfreudenfunden.
Hello, OG
is here.
Can Mr. Hollefreunden stop doing Marvin Gaye lyrics in the chat box?
Republic of Korea, or South Korea, as you'll probably know it.
Jeff, you've got has he got Costa Rica?
Yeah, he got Croatia and Panama.
Oh, there you go, Jeff. Good luck with him.
So I mean, he can like sing what do you call it? Van Halen. Panama. No.
Oh, Liam. So good they named him twice. Right, Liam. Is Frosberg is Frosberg good? I think he is, isn't he?
Bugger it.
What's happened?
It's me. I got him.
Who'd you get?
Oh, I've lost it now. Where have it? I got South Korea.
Aha.
It's not bad. I got Poland and South Korea. Jesus, that's a mix.
Well, Poland are not in a bad group.
Right, a couple more to go, listeners. Sorry. Here we go. Last proper decent team left, I think. Germany.
Oh, please let me have that.
No.
I want that.
Forsberg is very good, but I doubt we'd get him. I'd love him.
It's 29 as well, isn't he?
He's still great though. Like his numbers are ridiculous. And again, another person with only one team in it, Raj. Germany.
Well, he's in the group with North Korea, Mexico, and Sweden. So, yes.
How many more left? Denmark. Another thrilling team to watch.
The only good thing they do is bacon.
Oh, he's 26. No, Nick.
Oh, that's all right. No, there we go.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'm not sure. I wasn't sure how old he is. But the thing is, the problem is that Arsenal, it's not attacking players we need at the moment, is it? So
no. What team have we got now?
Danny, you got Denmark, mate.
Oh, lovely.
Denmark. There you go. You like a bit of bacon, didn't you?
Danish bacon, and they're in a group. They're in a group with Australia, France, and Peru.
My my DNA thing said Scandinavia, and I picked Sweden. Apparently, I should have picked Denmark.
Yeah, there you go.
I've got full Viking. Love it.
Oh, everyone's favourite, Iran.
Oh, fuck me.
Big support for them.
Give it to Shredder so Trump takes sanctions against him.
Shredder's already got his two teams, hasn't he? Oh, dear. Who's getting this one?
Yes, Jeff, I get a hummus tracksuit.
Sorry, Steve.
Oh, fuck off.
What's he got?
He got Iran.
Pointless looking at whatever group they're in because they're not.
That's great.
They're not going to win a game.
They're not going to win a corner.
You know who the worst football team in the world are? It's the Maldive Islands.
Oh, it's got no. There's all the ones that aren't in it. There's another World Cup going on this summer, isn't there, in London? And it's for all the teams that aren't recognised by FIFA.
Is it?
Yeah, they're playing it like if you're in London, I can't remember what it's called. We'll have to find it out and I'll do a tweet about it later. But they're playing it like Enfield Town and places like that. So there's tiny little islands in like the Pacific and certain regions.
The Maldives would be one. Well, the Maldives are FIFA recognised. They got beat 54-0 by Iran in a qualifier.
Yeah, so some of them are actual proper sovereign states, and some of them are like, that's it, Conifer. Yeah, the Conifer World Cup. Some of them are like regions where people just identify. So like the Basque Country, things like that. Here we go. Australia. Dom's already got his 2 teams, so someone's going to have to represent the Aussies for Dom. Ooh. I can't remember who's left to come out, We got... Oh, Josh, you got the Aussies, mate.
So I've got Iran and Portugal.
And I've got Brazil and Denmark. I think I've done all right.
I should have fixed this myself. This is ridiculous. This is the team I want to win. There we go. Iceland.
I wanted Iceland.
Yeah, this is the team I want to win just because their fans they do that weird noise. They're nuts. And Mr. Holick, he loves an underdog. He'll be pretty pleased with that, I reckon.
So he's got Switzerland and Iceland. So frozen chocolate for him.
Last 2. There we go. Tunisia.
LPAD D-Pad wants to know Nigeria v England prediction score. I hope Nigeria win 8-0.
That's the friendly before, isn't it?
Yeah.
I predict Nigeria win, actually.
And Harry Kane get injured.
Mr. Fife gets Tunisia. Probably one of the many countries he's visited. And last one out.
Batman.
Just to show we're not cheating and they do it properly like they do on UEFA. Last one. Serbia. And because I haven't kept count, I've got no idea who it is. But I'm sure
Must be you, isn't it?
No, it's Carl. Carl's last team. There we go. So that is it. Danny will put up the proper list of everyone. But well done, listeners, because you got Argentina. I know you got Russia as well, but you got a proper team. So that was our World Cup draw. I know we did it the old-fashioned and very, very long way.
It would have been more fun if we'd have fixed it for Chris to get.
Well, we were going to fix it so Chris got England, so he'd have to be nice about Harry Kane. And I can't remember who the other team was. And we were going to, Jason got France anyway, so it kind of worked out. But I wanted Jace to definitely get France so he could have a pop at all the French players and wind Chris up. The other team I really wanted Chris to get was Uruguay, so he had to cheer on Cavani as well. But yeah, I think that's it. Are you going to tell the listeners what we're planning on doing of like for the World Cup and transfers and all that?
When does the World Cup start?
It starts
June the 14th.
14th, 15th, yeah.
So we've got at least 2 weeks where we don't have to talk to each other. That would be good. And then we're going to have possibly 1, maybe 2 World Cup. It depends. We'll definitely do 1 a week.
Yeah.
Maybe if it's an important game or there's been some good stuff, then maybe we might do a couple. And we're doing those all the way through the World Cup. Then we've got the woman who used to be something to do with the organising of the Arsenal ladies team. She is a Burnley fan. She's going to come on and do a special with just her talking about women's football because we're brilliant. And then we've got a book review with Dan Betts' book about the 91 Almost Invincible team.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's another one with the history guys, which is Andy and Mark. And I always get Tim Stillman and Tim Payton mixed up. It's one of the Tims did it as well.
It'll be Stillman who'll be mightily abused.
Yeah. Yes, the Stillmans, those 3 are coming on, and I think Gav is coming on with that because his granddad was at the old ground. This is when they were, I think it's called the Southern League Champions or something like that. These books still haven't been printed yet, and they were all coming out soon. And then we're probably going to get, I'd like to try and, rather than having journalists come on and sit around for 2.5 hours bored out of their mind, when we have a journalist or an ex-pro on, to say to them, if you want to come on for half hour, talk about the current situation with Arsenal. So it'd be those plus a couple from ABW. And because I think then we'll get more people that are likely to say yes if they know they only have to be here for half an hour. And then they can just get straight to the point and talk about them rather than them having to sit through us going, should we shoot more? And then having no idea what the fuck we're on about. And is there any other things I forgot that we'll be doing over the summer?
Post World Cup, we're going to do a transfer update, like weekly thing. And I think if we make a signing, as far as I'm aware, I'm not promising, but according to Jace, if we make a signing or like there's big news or whatever, we will go live. We'll go live that day and do like an announcement thing about it. So
well,
yeah,
a couple of years ago, we'd our own very own Shredder did his own one called Out of the Know OTK, and they were some brilliant shows. So
yeah, so we're going to do like a weekly one after the World Cup, keep people updated on the transfer news, and just talk about what we think of the possible signings, the likelihood of them, that kind of thing, and we can obviously take questions from the chat. So so that's the plan. No nickname. If we sign anyone or anything like that, we'll try and do a live show that day if we can, depending what time it's announced, that kind of thing. So make sure you are following the podcast account on Twitter, so at the AFC Podcast. Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube and hit the bell icon, so then you'll be notified anytime we go live, and then you won't miss anything. Obviously, everything we do will be put up on the iTunes as well. So if you are listening to this later on and you're not watching live now, it will drop into your iTunes feed or SoundCloud or wherever podcast app you use to listen. But yeah, that's basically it for today, isn't it? I think
we've had 257 new subscribers to our YouTube channel since we remind people, can you subscribe and hit the bell button?
Yeah,
and tickle the like button.
So that's obviously that. I know it's seems it's probably annoying to hear it over and over again, but it's a big help to us because it means we get out to more listeners. And the best thing is, it doesn't cost you any money. You don't have to pay for it. It's literally just click a button. That's it. I think we've got a giveaway as well at some point.
Yeah, Gav, now that we've rigged it so he won Guest of the Year. Mike, you come second. You didn't rig it enough. Yeah, so Gav said he's mentioning his the ArsenalShirts.com.
Yeah.
Mentioned that so many times. He sponsored lots of the shows. Then he's going to give away a signed, framed Santi Cazorla shirt from this season, but it's only going to be signed and framed one if you're inside this country. If you're outside this country, then he can't send it abroad because it will just get smashed up by some.
Yeah. So we're going to do that. So we're going to try and do that when we hit around the same time as we hit 5k subs,
which is going to be at this rate, but next week.
Yeah. So if you can, the quicker you help us to get to 5k subs, the more likely you are to. The quicker we get to giving the Santi shirt away. Are we doing it for everyone who subscribed and all that malarkey, aren't we? So as long as you are subscribed to the channel.
Who's that cheeky fucker comparing us to Arsenal Fan TV? Shade Colasi Tank B-Tech Arsenal Fan TV. Go and have a good hard look at yourself, son. There's people with doctorates on this show who can speak 4 languages.
That's me.
Fuckers on Arsenal Fan TV can't speak English. Do one.
No nickname required. You destroy the living shit out of that like button.
Yeah, there's 72 people watching it. There's only 43 likes.
It's a Sunday afternoon. I'm surprised there's anybody watching.
Yeah. Nice bank holiday weather and you're watching us. What's wrong with you?
John will tell you that pushing buttons on Sunday afternoon is exactly what ladies like.
But yeah, if you are subscribed to the YouTube, you will be entered into the Santi shirt giveaway.
We have got some breaking news here, John. Mike's just told me to check the best guest. Suddenly, Mike has got an extra 40 votes from somewhere, and he's now winning it with 110 votes to go to 106.
Sorry, the line's closed as soon as we went live. Sorry, Mike.
Oh, Mike, how did you manage to do that? Oh, you're cheeky. Yeah, people go and have a look at Gooners in the USA, their podcast, their Twitter. They're all brilliant. It's Mike and Andy. They're both brilliant. And I think quite a few of ABW have been on there, and they are probably never going to ask any of us back again. And they're really good. It's funny. That's the main thing. It's funny.
Yeah. So I think that's everything for today. So everyone can get on with their afternoon, enjoy the sunshine wherever you are. But thanks for tuning in for all the people who did join us live. And we'll put up the results for the sweepstake draw and everything. But yeah, to make sure you are subscribed on the YouTube, and then you will be entered into the Santi shirt giveaway. You don't want to miss out on that. It's a very, very special bit of kit.
And if Unique 79 is worried that we won't be able to sign players as we aren't in the Champions League, we signed Aubameyang last year without any Champions League football and a manager who couldn't get his way out of a paper bag. So no problem
as well. So yeah, we signed some very good players. So yeah, I'm less worried. The fantastic thing is that we're in the Premier League, so we get to sign very good players just for the fact that we're in that league. It's a little bit silly, but there you go. It's just how the way things work. It's good for us. Right, go on then, Danny.
All right, thank you very much to everybody in the chat box who there's a drunk cat Phil. Now that is a name I like. That's very good. So thank you very much for everybody who joined us. There's 74 of you now. You go outside and play in the sand. That's what you're actually not sand. Sand's horrible. Oh, Anik has just joined us. Sorry, Anik, we're just finishing. So thank you very much to John and Steve.
Thank you very much.
And thank you very much to every member of ABW who has been here all through the season. That's 5 seasons we've done now. That's a lot of hours from everyone's time put in. And if we didn't enjoy it, we wouldn't do it. And that's the only reason we do it, because fuck knows we don't get anything out of doing it. So if Microsoft wants to sponsor us for $5 million a year, contact Steve and he'll sort out the niggly details. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. We have been ABW Live.
Can we just have a minute's silence where you made laugh like fuck for Liverpool FC and John Terry for yesterday? You fucking cunts. You might. I can't let it out on here, have we? I'll have to apologise for that word. That may demonetise this show.
We didn't mean it, Google DeepMind. It's fine.
Yeah, from the $2 we'll make from this, you can keep it. Fuck them.
We get a boat trip to Fulham, and John Terry's boat was blubbing yesterday. Splendid business.
What a wonderful way to end the season. John Terry in tears and Liverpool on their arse. Good night, everybody.
Bye.